here. Welcome to a new album review, and this one is, we sort of skipped about it last night on the live stream. Myself and Mike, the Vinyl Spiral, were talking about this, and I know Mike's a huge P J Harvey fan, so we're going to talk about her brand new album, and it's called Inside the Old Year Dying. It was released last week. No, 7th of July. And it's the first time we've had new material since 2016. Lots of people play on this. You know, this is P J Harvey. So we'll get straight into the tracks. First one's called Prayer at the Gate. Now this is a very ambient song and a fine vocal from P J Harvey, and she's still got the great voice. And all I would say, this is the typical sort of song you expect from her. Little quirky little bits and nice delicate tones on guitars, and her voice is as good as ever. Good track to open up with. Autumn Term isn't bad. I like the keyboards on this, very ambient. Really good track. Then we get Lwonesome Tonight. Now this is one of them little tracks that PJ's does with a little bit of a percussion and acoustic guitar. Okay, this, for some reason her voice is a little bit off kilter. I need to listen to this more, but it just seemed to didn't have the spark of the first two. Then we get my favourite track already, and this is sort of, from the minute I heard it, I thought, God, this is good. It's just one of those great ambient tracks that P J Harvey is known for. It's just, her voice sounds so good on this, and you just sit there and listen to it. It's not, you need to sit down and listen to that. Don't be distracted by anything else. It's that good. Then we get the Nether-edge. Interesting one, this is. It's got a weird percussion back into this, but it just brings her vocal out. Really interesting track. Then we get the title track. It's only a little short track. Inside the Old Year Dying. The highlight is this arrangement is wonderful. The guitar sounds so crisp. Very, very good track. All Souls. I'm really still out with this one. I just can't get into it at the moment. I don't know why. I'm sure I will eventually. Then we get A Child's Question. I love this ambient percussion you get with her. It sort of gives it atmosphere, and the lyric, if you read the lyrics, it's an interesting sort of thing. It's called A Child's Question in August. I forgot to mention that. Then we get a longer version of Inside the Old Year Dying, more ambient version of this. I don't know why she didn't put them together, but there must be a reason why she didn't. But yeah, it's quite good. And then we get August. Isn't too bad. It's a little bit dull in places. I think it'll probably grow on me. Then we get A Child's Question in July. I think this is out of the two Child's Questions, this is the better one. It's got more depth. Quite like this track. And then we get A Noiseless Noise. Yeah, it is A Noiseless Noise. It's a bit all over the place. Okay, I've now listened to this, 6 or 7 times. As we discussed last night, the trouble with P J Harvey albums, it takes a long time to get into them, but once you get into them, you can't stop listening to them. At the moment, I think out of the 12 tracks, there's 6 that I really like, and I'm still sitting on the fence with the others. But on the whole, I think this is a very good album. It'll be interesting to see how I'd put this in a tier ranking at some stage. Once I really get into this album, I will do a very short tier ranking on PJ Harvey to see where this one fits in. It is growing on me, I must admit, and I think Mike would agree that it's hard to get into sometimes. But as a fan of PJ Harvey, I'm not going to write this one off just yet, because I think the more I listen to it, the more I'm going to love it. But at the moment, I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay then, that's PJ Harvey. Next we're going to deal with Australian progressive metal band with a twist, as I call it, Voyager. Now Voyager were the band that represented them in the Eurovision Song Contest this year. So join me for that, and bye for now.